What is going on, guys? Zach here from Southern Thunder Harley-Davidson here in Southaven, Mississippi. It is a beautiful day, and Harley-Davidson decided to release some awesome new collections that we're going to go over today. But first, go ahead and cue the intro. Alright guys, welcome back. So check it out, we're on Harley-Davidson's website, and we're going to talk about some of the collections that they've got coming out. As you can see, the all-new CVO models will be launching June 7th. Make sure you check out Harley's website to see all that. But today, we're going to talk about the Icon collection, and we're going to talk about the Fast Johnny collection. But before we dig into the two different collections coming out this year, let's touch base on some of the previous models that they've had coming out. Alright, so for the 2021 model year, they had the Electra Glide Revival. It was a reproduction of the 1969 Classic. So basically, you have an old school styled bike, but you have the new school technology like the Reflex Defensive Rider System. You've got your Boombox GTS 6.5 infotainment center with built-in navigation. You have all of your modern touring commodities on a old school styled bike. So much like the New Year collection for the Icon series, you've got your classic two-tone paint scheme, the white walls, the pogo stick seat, the saddlebag guards, but you're going to have that Electra Glide fairing on that one. They only produced that for the year of 2021. Now for 2022, which is my personal favorite, they had the Lowrider El Diablo. It was a throwback to the 80s style West Coast style bikes that you would see on a lot of the dynos. It was it was based off of the old FXRT model. That was a very sought after Harley Davidson. It was a tribute to the innovators of that era, and it was established as the tall boy style motorcycle. Now for this year, we have the 2023 Electra Glide Highway King. So we're going back to that 60s model era, but instead of it being on an Electra Glide, it's going to be on more of a Road King platform. Alright, so here is your 2023 Electra Glide Highway King. It looks very similar to the Electra Glide Revival, except for it does not have the Batwing fairing on it. You're still going to have your pogo style seat, your birch white saddlebags with the saddlebag guards, Milwaukee 8114, and up here you have all of your modern technology at your fingertips. So you're going to have a Milwaukee 8 114 cubic inch power plant with your 6-speed cruise drive transmission. You've got your classic styling there on the front fender, and it even says Highway King right there. That's either Highway King or Electra Glide. I can't really see what it says, but on the dash here, it looks like you got a classic style dash. It says something here that I can't quite make out. Of course, we'll check them out in person when they come in. This is Hi-Fi Orange and Birch White. They do come in one other color, and that's going to be Hi-Fi Magenta. And basically everything orange is going to be magenta, which we'll display that here in a second. Alright, so here's your Hi-Fi Magenta. As you can see, everything is different. It's not going to have the orange pieces. It's going to have the magenta pieces. You're still going to have your birch white trim right there. Overall, everything else is going to stay the same. Now, on the front headlight here, it still is rocking that freight train style headlight that the modern Road Kings still use today. Which is really cool. I'm actually really excited to see this bike. I'm curious to see this paint job in person. I'm sure it's going to have a lot of metallic flake in it, and I know this picture here is not going to do it justice. So stay tuned for that. As soon as we get them rolling through the dealership, we're definitely going to be doing a video on those. Next, we're going to move on to the Enthusiast collection, and let's take a look at last year's Enthusiast model. Alright, so for the 2022 year models, they had what was called the Enthusiast GI collection. It was basically Harley-Davidson honoring the long-standing community of riders who served in the U.S. Armed Forces. To all you veterans out there, we really appreciate your service. Thank you for everything that you do. These paint schemes were offered on two different bikes. They were offered on the Tri-Glide Ultra, and they were offered on the Pan America Special. They did do this one other year as well too, and I think it was more of a custom color, but it was on a Softail Slim, I believe a 2016. Now for this year, they're doing what's called the Fast Johnny Enthusiast Motorcycle Collection. So this one has got a very big racing scene inspired paint collection. It's going to be paying homage to Fast Johnny, and he was very heavy in the Harley-Davidson racing scene back in the day. And if you guys didn't know, he's responsible for Johnny the Pig, which is Johnny the Pig basically is where the hog terminology came from, and it was Harley-Davidson's mascot for several years, and I believe it still is. They're going to be offered on 3 different motorcycles. They're going to be offered on the Lowrider ST, your Street Glide ST, and your Road Glide ST. So on all your sport touring models, 1 Softail, 2 touring, and they, for the most part, have the same theme going on. As you can see on the ST, you have your white racing stripe going down the side. You have your white racing stripe going down the side here. You have the racing stripe going down the side of the tank and the side of the bags. On your tank, your actual top of your fuel tank, you've got the stripe going down the center and then all the way down the back fender there. So I'm really eager to see these in person. I actually really like this paint scheme. It kind of reminds me of a muscle car for the most part, like a racing muscle car, like an old school Mustang or old school Camaro, something of that nature. I'm really excited to see these. And I'm curious to see what you guys are going to do with these bikes. I could definitely see a brown Saddleman sitting on the back of the seat there. Alright, so taking a look at your other models, you got the Street Glide ST and the Road Glide ST. For this video's purpose, we're only going to cover one of them because these two are practically the same with a different fairing. So we're going to start off with the Street Glide ST here. Alright, so here is your Street Glide ST with the Fast Johnny paint scheme. Now, unlike the Lowrider ST, you have a racing stripe going down the center of the Batwing fairing, but for the most part, the rest of it is about the same. You have your painted bar and shield with the white racing stripe there. You have your saddlebag here as well too that has the racing stripe, and then you have it going down the center of the tank. On the side of the bike, on the ST, the Lowrider ST, the Street Glide ST, and the Road Glide ST, you're going to have Johnny the Pig there on the side. That is custom painted onto the bike as well. So in the comments below, let me know which one is your favorite. Let me know which one you guys are excited to see. And stay tuned, we will definitely be doing some more coverage on these bikes once they get to the dealership in person. I appreciate you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more. Thanks.